you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there.
And the guy, Tony Hinchcliffe, who I don't know if you've seen like clips of his like Kill Tony shows or him just doing stand up. The guy who did the Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen his thing. They say he roasts people. He just do stuff.
Yeah,
like
you know, he did the Tom Brady roast and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And you know, he funny.
Mm-hmm.
When in that setting, he is funny.
That wasn't it.
But the setting that he was in didn't call for that. I mean, and I think he did himself a disservice, and whoever booked him also did a disservice. Cause like you don't want something like that happening this close to the election. when you trying to act like you really the party of unity and everybody come together, and then you got my man coming up there, who one
go ahead.
I watched the whole set because he was talking about you can't take a joke out of context. There's no context provided for the jokes that he spit off up there, and I think it's interesting because one he did because usually he was like comedians get a gig, they do a gig. No, he came up and was like I'm riding for Trump. That's the guy we want. So that's the side he on. That's the side he on. That's the side we're going to put him on. One. And then second of all, he was like, I came at everybody. He's like, you didn't know. You didn't come at that crowd. You didn't come at the white people in that crowd. Nope. You came at the minorities in that crowd, and you came over people on the opposite aisle. And the jokes that you did, tell me what type of person, people you think that crowd is, and what type of material they like. So don't try to lie and try to pivot, and people that's trying to defend that stuff, don't try to act like you don't know what he was doing. Because he clearly had a target audience in mind with those jokes.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about who he thinks that audience is and how that resonates to the wider American people.
To sum up what he was saying, basically, if you a minority and you was hit by any of them jokes and you voting for Trump, you a fool.
You a fool, bro.
You a fool.
You gotta be.
Because even if you want to go back into like the people he was talking about, think about how he treated the Puerto Rico after they got hit by them two hurricanes. You feel what I'm saying? And the dude, low key, was talking.
I think he prevented aid to Puerto Rico.
Low key, if I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure that happened. He did something else.
Yeah.
When that happened. But I wasn't sure, so I wasn't gonna put
also
nothing on.
redrew maps of the hurricane. He's like,
we're not
the hurricane gonna come this way. He took a Sharpie and said,
not even gonna act like we not even gonna bring that up.
Right.
He got enough on his belt. Okay. If you black, look how Trump has been have treated blacks. He got a lawsuit where he was sued and they won. Or was it for the people in his hotel?
Yeah, back in 73.
Yeah, he been like that since 73.
Long time. And again, like we say, you know how racist you gotta be in 73 to get caught and convicted.
Yeah, bro. We had a conversation about that, bro. We was like, bro, that was 73.
Well, racist, they expected it.
It's 73.
Like you just gotta give us the bare minimum when we let the case go.
That was like your home, like you said, you got a homegirl who grandfather.
Who grandfather. She said back
he was a police officer.
A police officer back in maybe in the 60s and 70s, and she got fired because he didn't want to be with a black cop. And I was like, you know how racist, the history of racism you gotta have for them to let you go
in the 60s and 70s.
That's crazy.
As a police officer,
back then, crazy.
So it's just like, man, the groups that he's been talking about, you can say, oh, it was just a comedian. That wasn't Trump. First of all, it's Trump's rally. So you automatically at fault of anything that happens there or anything that is said. You booked him. You told him he can come on. He said he's a Trump guy. He pandered to a crowd that, even though them jokes didn't land, because that's another thing. It just wasn't funny.
Yeah,
it wasn't just that funny. I was like, okay.
That's the type of humor that I don't like people getting away with that. And I was gonna bring this up with the shits and gigs, but like it's this humor that people don't seem to understand about. Like, oh, people just can't take a joke. It's the nature of the joke and the point of the joke. People are tired of being the butt of jokes. It's one thing if you use race as a component in a joke, but if your punchline is just that black people lazy, that's not a joke. That's just you
shock value.
You just use a shock value. You just saying racist stuff and try to be edgy and funny. There's no comedic talent in that.
Yeah.
Like when he was talking about the we carve watermelons.
That was
That was I was unexpected. You know what I'm saying?
It was unexpected. I was like, oh, that's some cold.
That's cold.
At that point, it was the shock value
Yeah.
in the fact that I did not really see that coming.
I
bruh.
didn't see it coming.
I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy for you to say that.
Mhm.
That's gonna hurt. That was another thing I laughed at. Like, we would like some of the jokes. I was like, why would y'all have? Because for me, it was like, why would y'all have him up there saying these jokes like this?
You know how that's gonna land with the large audience.
Because once I realized he was like a roast dude, like he
Yeah.
does that, I was like, why would you have him
Mhm.
up there doing jokes like that?
When it
Who vetted this?
when it was like it already wasn't funny, but when I saw him like in the beginning, like put his flag down for Trump, I'm like, oh well,
Yeah, we know.
it's extra not funny now
Mhm.
because I know where this mentality come from, and I know what type of audience you trying to feed right now.
Mm-hmm.
Crack some jokes on them. I want you to crack a joke on this MAGA audience and this
90%
white MAGA audience.
90% of that from what I seen wasn't funny.
Mhm.
It was just like, okay. Because also the parts that was funny to me, like I said, it was just like, I can't believe that y'all let this go on. Nobody was like, hey, cut that out.
Yeah,
we
cut his
need,
mic,
we,
get him
we
off
need them
stage.
votes.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, we need them votes.
Wrap it up.
What we doing? Hey, put the brakes on that. We need
Yeah.
them votes. We need the minority votes. What you doing? And then you got Puerto Ricans up. He was speaking like Puerto Rico was like part of like not like
Like
a
we ain't
whole
got,
other country or something like that.
like they not in swing
They
states.
voting.
You know what I mean? Like
They voting. Like, what are you
nobody read his material before he went up.
trying to tell you? Nobody did.
That's crazy. And that was funny is that people and it's funny because they can't even choose a side. It's like some people are saying, oh, the left can't take a joke, blah blah blah. Then like the
You
right,
get called garbage, and you can't take that.
you can't take like
But Puerto Rico's supposed to take like the
Yeah.
floating garbage joke.
yeah,
The
ha
The watermelon joke is supposed to be something we be able to take.
yeah,
Come on, cuz.
yeah. I'm
And
disgusted.
you can't take garbage. You can't take being called garbage. Come
That's
on.
not funny. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I was saying, and then you got one side going, you got like Trump's campaign and other Republicans immediately coming outside, like what he did wasn't okay, that
Yeah.
wasn't nice. And then you got the conspiratorial side saying Tony was a plant to come up there and sabotage the whole event. So I'm like, y'all gotta,
I'm on that side.
y'all gotta, y'all need to pick a direction.
I had that thought cross my mind. Is he sacrificing his career for this?
Until I saw the full set that he did up
Mhm.
there, I thought maybe he's doing this because he probably like a secret liberal or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't believe they let me up here, so I'm gonna say some crazy stuff. But
Mhm.
then when I saw him at the beginning, like, yeah, I'm riding for Trump, I was like, oh, he's just.
I still think he did it.
You think he's still going up there like? Yeah,
I really don't, but it was just a thought that did cross my. I was like, man, did my man sacrifice his whole career for this?
yeah, to save the country.
To save the country?
Salute to you,
Not-
my boy.
Not all heroes
Okay.
wear capes, cuz.
If that was the angle, now if he come out like that, that's what I would have did. If he's like, look, I had to do it. I had to do it to save the country. When nobody else, we couldn't take him down with 2 shots.
These are the tools that I got
Yeah.
at my disposal,
Words.
so I had to use it.
But
You
he
know what I'm
doubled down on it. He was like, y'all just can't take a joke. Y'all take it out of context. Y'all
Listen.
mad. I went on everybody. No, you didn't go everybody. You just went
No, you
at
didn't.
the opposition. That's
No,
not
you
going to
didn't.
opposition.
No, you
And
didn't.
people in the crowd that was
No, you didn't.
minorities. What we talking about? And that is a reflection. And again, bro, that's a reflection of that group. Y'all keep trying to separate yourselves if y'all want, but
The
these
Proud Boys was there.
Proud Boys are standing up. The neo Yahtzees, like for some reason they identify with you. You still ain't answering. You still ain't answer why they identify with you.
Yeah.
Why they?
What do you? That's my question for people who vote for Trump, right? The racist groups that are behind him, right? Well, just speaking to the minorities, what is he promising or giving them that you feel that is not going to affect you in any way, like any negative way?
Mm.
How can you serve both of these people?
Mm.
How can you serve minorities and people that are racist towards these minorities?
Yeah, because you can't do both.
Yeah.
Because if you get something to minority,
Like, what are they?
they're gonna have a problem. And if you get something to them, minorities gonna be like, "How you? We been overdue."
Like, how do you serve those two people?
You can't. Those are diametrically opposed sides.
Like, what are you promising these people that they are so far behind you
They taking
and
the
rallying
country
behind
back.
you that you
Taking the country back.
like that was that dude from Fresh and Fit, Myron. When he was in that group, my man was like, I'm thank you for being here.
Yeah, but you
but when we get done with these people, we don't want you here neither.
So it's like, what you think gonna happen?
What you think gonna happen?
And the people is like, oh man, I can't believe we've never seen so many Black Jewish people and all this at a Yahtzee rally before. Hey, look, there's been plenty of movements and plenty of times in history when you don't saw people of color aligning themselves with white people, or if take another group of people align themselves with what they think benefits them all the time. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the day, when the gun gets turned back around them, it's too late then.
It's too late. You shot.
And people and the people in power will tolerate other groups if it benefits them. Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to gain momentum if you look truly racist. But if you got people of color in there, you can say, how are we racist? We got them.
My friend.
Yeah. So it's like, don't act stupid like you don't understand the dynamic.
They are stupid. That's why I keep trying to tell you, man. This is not nothing new. They just dumb. They just dumb, bro. They willfully dumb, because it's like I can show you something, and your brain will jump through all type of hoops to say, you know what, AI generated. We in front of them, though.
Yeah, like, we saw it. We saw a lot.
We in front of them. This like we here at the rally. How's this? Yeah.
Oh, the whole set was fake.
He was a plant.
Whatever it takes to keep your fragile mind together is what people do.
I told a dude today. I said, he said, man, you gotta be careful with people feel. You gotta call them. I said, no, you don't, man. But other people's feelings ain't my responsibility. As long as I tell them the truth, I'm okay with it. And you can be mad at me all you want. As long as I show you the truth, you are forever changed, and I'm okay with that. And as I was leaving, I turned back, unless you part of MAGA, and then I can't help nothing. I can't do nothing with you. You too far gone.
Too far gone.
I can't tell you nothing. There's no truth I can show you that is gonna be able to crack your reality. You just there. But if he loses, I don't know where they go.
Lost, aimless.
Aimless.
I mean,
you remember that?
Saw what happened last time he lost.
You remember that year? Yeah, we did. You remember that year with all them sheep that went over that cliff and nobody understood?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be something like that.
It's just gonna be lost in the world.
Just a bunch of hats and stuff. You're gonna be like, man, what's going on out here?
Just that hats at the bottom of Grand
Canyon.
Yeah,
bro. It's like, what happened, bro? Y'all really follow him to the edge, bro.